Here we go, triple light team, and I'm honestly surprised that it arrived to the game as early as it did. I mean, this team probably not being the strongest in the world, just due to the fact that the Mael passive obviously isn't in the field when he doesn't have the full Archangels, which I still think is a bit weird. I would still rather have them. Wow, he still does good damage with just the Light Elizabeth here. That is crazy to think. We do also have the Ragnarok Barn in the back, so he's getting a little bit of support there as well. Unfortunate, we use a full Escanor finger on just the reviving Escanor, but I'm surprised it came to the game this early. This team is still going to be fairly strong, and fairly strong when it comes to the CC side of things. Both of these units are on attack crit sets, so we are losing quite a bit there. And the Mael also has a couple of crit chance rolls, just for when I'm running him on teams like this, where, you know, he's not going to have the Seal, he's not going to have, you know, some of that other support that he could really be using. Escanor out of the way, depending on who he has as his backline unit, we could be absolutely done here. We'll go 1-2, and I guess we'll just save the strong single target cards for some of these next turns. But yeah, if you remove a bit of Escanor's HP, those AoE cards are going to kill you, that's for sure. And boy am I glad we finally have a good cosmetic for this Light Elizabeth, because man, all of our other ones, I mean, I suppose the swimsuit one was kind of cool, but at the same time, probably not the greatest in the world. Yeah, we are 100% getting rid of you. We can also maximize card draw by going for that play as well. Are we going to be able to kill him? I think we should be able to, just considering how strong Escanor's single target card might be. I was kind of hoping he'd do a little bit more there. I forget just how tanky the Archangel team can be, but with the Scorch damage, right? No, I mean, if we end up taking quite a bit this turn, we can kind of throw this card back at them, which should be enough to kind of finish things off. Sariel can be a little bit scary, but unlike Chandler, he has a fixed damage on his counter, so we'll just have to see how things go there. Yeah, there's the AoE. It doesn't look like his Sariel's doing any poses, so he might just not use any cards for Sariel at all. Yeah, I think that ends up giving us the win, but he definitely could have played that turn better, that's for sure. Let's go 1, 2, and 3. I'd really like to try and see some Mael ults in this video as well. I find majority of the time he just ends up killing way too quickly to actually kind of show that stuff off. Damn, Sariel's still living? I mean, surely Mael doesn't live this, right? Oh yeah, okay, sweet. The second Escanor started getting those crits, that multiplier is so goddamn strong. Yeah, with Margaret, there's not much more they can do. Can we... just a whole lot of Elizabeth cards. Back on what I was saying in one of the previous videos about card weight, there is no way that these guys don't have a heavier card or like a lesser chance of pulling a card than Elizabeth. I just think with how valuable they are, Netmarble would have to integrate some kind of system like that in the background. Not making it too obvious on, you know, certain teams where you'd have an SR character, but I mean, even then, I feel like there's been times where I've gone ahead and used characters like the Barn team back in the day, had the red SR Greener on the front for his passive, and then still just blatantly getting so many of these cards, so I'm not too sure, man. Have we also got the Elizabeth heal yet? Is that kicked in? I think it might have already, I'm just not paying attention to it. And tossing up on whether or not I should make the Mael a HP defense set, just in case I want to mix things up, and also just for account CC purposes. We're so close to the 12 million that at this point I'm doing literally anything in my power just to try and reach that goal. Let's go for the same kind of starting hand again and just hope that we can maybe get rid of the Mael this time around. Because yeah, he is still missing crits on the other Mael. It's a very rare amount, but like it's still happening. So the crit chance rolls were definitely not a waste. I think they were strategically done. I'm very glad I at least gave him I think it's only an extra 13.5% because they are completely... I ended up hammering the crit chance pieces, which I probably shouldn't have gone ahead and done, but it's just so much nicer looking at the gear set and everything's got the full gold. It's... I don't know, maybe that's just me. It's good when using teams like this though, because there's not a single card that can be used that isn't good. I mean, Elizabeth's cards are on the lesser good scale, but I mean, especially when she's got her full stats up, all that kind of stuff, you have the ultimate gauge, giving her cards the max multipliers. She can still hit very strong, and I mean, Archangel team in general is a team that's very good to build up. If you're free to play, I'd probably say going the Archangel team and building your account towards those kind of characters over the demon characters. Maybe just a little bit better, because those guys are Knighthood boss. They can pretty much get you max points on every Knighthood boss, and majority of the time, just doing it via auto, they are that powerful. It's the stats you get from them, they're crazy. Please kill. Oh no, is the life steal going to come in for him before Scorch? It is too. I mean, at least Elizabeth's not going to take the counter there, and I could see Elizabeth a little bit. I think after his turn here, he should only be on 4 stacks, so I'm hoping we can kind of get rid of her before the next turn. I mean, doing surprisingly well, or at least holding up with the full light team. You'd hope so from a full festival comp, not that it's that hard to do nowadays, considering there's so many characters. Man, I was only looking at it before, thinking how long it'll be till we can get a dark team. For some reason, I always had clicking in my head that the Berserk Esterosa was dark type, but obviously the character's blue type. I mean, I only pulled them like 7 times in my 2 rotations for this Mael. Yeah, he's blue, so we have 2 dark type characters and they're both Meliodas, meaning we're gonna have to wait for another 2 dark type characters in order to build the full dark team. So I'm not gonna have that video on the channel for a hot minute, that's for sure. But I mean, you can still run things close to it, right? I'm really hoping they release some kind of new Demon Holy Relics in the next couple updates. Whether or not how viable they'll be, because Mael exists, we'll have to wait and see. I'm just hoping they give Monspeed some godly Holy Relic to... Some Ignite comp with him is so much fun. I didn't really get to play with it at its full force when he released, obviously being free to play at the time, but man, to be able to do that now, that's one of the main things I'm super excited about Origins is I'm going to get to start the game and be wailing from the beginning. Yeah, I started spending money way too late on Grand Cross. That probably means I'm going to have to stop spending on Dokkan, which would be a little bit sad, but I don't know, maybe if I just stop spending, or stop a couple of those other really bad spending habits, we can manage to whale on all of the games. I still really want to bring some Dokkan content to the channel. I think that'd be kind of interesting. Obviously not an awful lot of it, but when anniversary stuff like that happens, and even when I'm just spending money on the game on new banners, like, I feel like that's still stuff on the content, and then if you don't want to watch it, like, you can always just not watch the Dokkan stuff. That's more than understandable. Of course, this is a Grand Cross channel. I could always make a second channel or something like that, which I have really been considering. I've been wanting to play a couple games, and obviously it's a bit weird to put them on this channel. Just random stuff. I really want to do my playthrough through Kakarot. Final Fantasy VII Remake's another game that I really want to go ahead and start playing. I've been doing The Forest, or Sons of the Forest, with a couple friends, and I never played the original, but just some stuff like that. I'm going to get into Diablo 3 just in time for the Diablo 4 to come out, so a whole bunch of things like that that I could kind of just throw on the channel and not have them kind of messing up what's happening on this channel here. Also, how unfortunate that the Escanor didn't manage to break through the barrier with his AoE. Might all be able to cook up the Merlin there. Who's he got in the back? Not going to be Nanashi. Escanor works. This is where he's really, really good, that you can chuck him on any team. I think I also talked about this in yesterday's video, but he is less strong than maybe Purgatory, Meliodas, and Mael at the moment, because he hasn't got his own team, but is also where he kind of shines and stands out from the other characters. Guessing this is a bot from that play there. Yeah, we are 100% getting rid of that shield. Oh my. Oh, this is actually... This is sad, because I was hoping we could show off his ultimate with 3 people on the field to kind of see the max damage that we can get out, but Elizabeth's going to be dead. I mean, I'd much rather win the match than kind of throw content. Would he be able to one-tap through the reflector? That's the thing. I haven't gone and had enough time to see his ultimate and all the kind of different varials. This is probably one of the only times that I've been able to use it at 3-6. Inside PvP, at least. Go 1, 2, and 3. Let's see what he can do, just 2 units. I think if he double crit save, maybe something like 2 mil, a mil? A mil, okay, yeah. Maybe I'm thinking more 6-6 for the ultimate damage there, but that's still strong. And a final opponent, Mael Margaret. Yeah, definitely what you want to be running at this point. I don't know about the Elizabeth though. I definitely still think that the Cyril is a lot more my playstyle and a lot stronger of a team to run instead. Do we go for it? I think we do. I think we go for it, because if we can get rid of him, Elizabeth's problematic, but easy to deal with. And I was only just thinking about it the other day. So sad that we don't have the Vlad light in the background anymore. I had to change walls because this desk is a lot bigger and it can actually fit in everything, whereas I also have the cupboard on that wall, so kind of desk could go in front of it. But I mean, if I bring it over there, it's kind of just in the corner doing nothing, so sad, but oh well, it's just the way things had to be. I could potentially maybe unscrew the guitars and move things around, but it'd probably leave massive holes in the wall, so it's sad, it's sad. I really like this card, RNG. How much health has my yell got on him? I mean, I think this is gonna get us the ultimate. Hoping that kills and we can survive another turn, and then we can show off his ultimate once again, but this time with the full enemies. There's no way he's gonna survive this, right? Yeah, you see just how many crits he's hitting, or what he's missing when he attacks another unit with really strong substats. There's definitely quite a few. In Nidhogg, I feel like it's a little sad that I went that, because, I mean, all of the phases he's attacking, it's just full crits. There's not a single one that he's missed through all the attempts I've done, but this is really good. We're also going against Barn here. He's going to have a lot lower crit resistance, so should be able to guarantee that crit. They are going to have pretty high substats, so might even end up tanking the ultimate. I don't know. Damn, I mean, we ended up losing a match in today's video. It's all blurring together. Ah well, we'll go ahead, AoE you, and then I'll just go another Escanor AoE if they end up surviving that one. Okay, let's see. What are we guessing? Triple crit 1.8 is my final guess. Nowhere near. Absolutely nowhere near. Ew. Why was that so low? Man, that third Archangel character means so much to him. It's... Why can't back units count? I want to be able to run different units to the front, spice things up. And there we go, another successful Mael showcase. Actually showing off one of his different cosmetics, which I think they've done a really good job on all of them, except one. You guys obviously know the one I'm talking about. I don't know why they even bothered designing these costumes here. Like, who? Surely there's not a person that rocks this over some of the other cosmetics, especially when we have ones like this. This headpiece is by far one of the best ones we have in the entire game, but hey, who knows? Mael's still tons and tons of fun. Still not a huge fan of how this Elizabeth is played. This cosmetic though is very, very nice, and I mean, still have a couple more Mael showcases once again. Sad about how the whole passive thing works. He is still very, very strong. You'd think with how festival units are built nowadays, he'd have a bit more passive to him, but I mean, looking at characters like Ultimate Escanor who have a second passive in their ultimate, like this is what we're expecting from 2023 festivals. But I mean, if you guys made it this far, let me know what you think the next festival is going to be. But once again, that just about does it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed. If so, please hit like button, subscribe. Means a lot to me, and I'll see you guys for some more Grand Cross content.